Hey, D team, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I want to introduce you to somebody. This is a good friend of mine, Natalie Noppert. Natalie is someone that I have learned a ton from. If you have gone through Huddle or if you have gone through Stride, her fingerprints are all over that. And sometimes not fingerprints, like handprints are all over that. She has done a ton of the heavy lifting of getting those things done. And so she's kind of an unsung hero of our disciple-making efforts here at Whitewater. So now I'm singing. But really what I want to do today is not just brag on her. I really would like to learn from Natalie because she's been doing this kind of work for a long time and in fact is leading kind of a little huddle of ladies right now.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe if you could just tell us a little bit about what that was like. They're not Whitewater ladies.
Right.
They're from like all over the place.
Yeah.
So you can tell us about that, what that was like?
Sure. Yeah. My heart has been switched towards disciple making for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
So there were actually years where I was going, okay, God, is it now? Is it with this person? Is it who?
Right.
And just luckily here in the last year, I felt that nudge to go, okay, now. And seemed to have this group of ladies that had kind of recently come into my life. We started to get to know each other.
So how did that group come together?
In funny ways, a friend of a friend, and then another one. I had gone to kind of a women's conference. We'd streamed something into her living room. I showed up in her living room.
Right.
Just those kinds of relationships. One of them actually was really cool. As I was in conversation with one of the gals saying, "Hey, we're going to do this. Are you in?"
Mm-hmm.
And she mentioned to me somebody else. And
this was somebody you knew?
Vaguely, honestly. We had met maybe once or twice.
Okay.
I didn't really know her. Yeah, very much acquaintance. Kind of liked her, but didn't know anything about her really. And I asked Enola, I said, do you trust this woman's character? Do you believe she's seeking after God? I'm going to kind of leverage you in this. And she vouched for the gal, said, yes, she wants something like this. We've had these conversations. And I said, okay, why don't I leverage your relationship with her? And you say, hey, Natalie's doing this thing. Is this something you're interested in?
Come on.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I feel like I read about something like that in Scripture one time. Like Jesus said, like, hey, you got a brother, right? Like It
hit me later. This was totally like, he called some guys and they went and got their guys and said,
right.
Come on.
Right.
But then we were actually doing it.
And so you guys have been doing this for a while now. Like you're some amount in, meeting for months?
Yeah, for months, doing a lot of this using similar tools as Whitewater Huddle. Those are things I love, I'm familiar with. So it's been excellent. We're gathering together, processing through things. It's incredible what happens.
So, you guys all have like totally wide open schedules and nothing to do to fill your days. And so it's like you could have just picked any time to meet, right? Is that the deal?
No. Early on, this was one of the things I knew that it was clearly God who was pulling this together because this is a group of women, all very busy, all have kids. Many are also working. A couple are at home, but with little ones. So it was one of those like step of faith going, okay, we're going to get together. I don't know how it's going to work, but we're just going to lay all of our schedules out there and say, when could we even get in the same room?
Right.
I had no idea if it could happen.
Right.
And here's the crazy thing. The only time we could come up with was Fridays at 4:00. And I thought, there's no way. There's no way you guys would do that.
If I was coaching you, I'd be like, that would never work. Don't do that. So this is why God's a better coach than me.
Yes, because every one of them said, that's the time we can all get together. I'm in.
So what's beautiful about that is that they were hungry enough. Mm-hmm. Like Friday it's a terrible time to meet.
Yeah,
it's awful.
Yeah, it's all the wrong things.
So it's like Friday afternoon right before dinner. Like that's the perfect time to get together. Nobody would ever say that, and yet it works because part of the reason is the ladies were hungry for the kind of thing that you were offering.
Yes.
Like I think you're awesome, but they didn't even necessarily know you.
Yeah.
So it's not even so much that it's like we just worship at the altar of Natalie. Right. It's like somebody that can pour into my life. Mm-hmm. Like this is a deep spiritual hunger. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you? Like I guess I'm putting words in your mouth here. Sorry.
No, absolutely.
I'm new at interviewing. I'm going to get better at it. But like, is that part of the thing? Is there was a hunger that made them like, man, this is something I want?
Yeah, that was absolutely what Friday at 4:00 showed me when they all said we're in. I thought these women really want that investment of somebody into them. Yeah. They want to take that next step in their faith to understand how they can also do that for someone else.
That's awesome. So one of the things I see, like people love Thanksgiving. Why do people love Thanksgiving? Well, first of all, because it's delicious, right? If you're in the right house, at least it's delicious, and it's a time to relax. And I hope that you didn't spend 12 hours Friday shopping. Like get some relaxation in your life. But I really think what it is that people are hungry for relationships, and that's the thing that we've got a highly technological culture, but a very disconnected, and people are hungry for relationships. And so what I hear in what you're saying is that these ladies were hungry not for like a superficial relationship or even a spiritual relationship. Hey, we're all going to do a Bible study together. Like they were like, man, if this person's going to invest in me personally, not just we're going to do some stuff together, but like this person's going to make an investment into my life, then I'm going to be there for that. And if the only time that it works is on Friday at 4 p.m., then that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Is that about the size of it?
I would say that's, yeah.
Okay. Well, I just want to put that in your head. I know it's we're running a little bit long on this video, but appreciate you guys. Keep up the good work. Be thinking like, what would it look like? Are there people? It doesn't have to be today. This is a lifetime thing we're talking about. It's not going to be a one-day thing. But are there people that God leads you to that you think, I would like some chance to invest in them in some way, and whether it's using some of the kind of the structural things like Huddle and Stride that we're doing here, or whether it's some other thing. Just see what would it be like if you were to make a bigger investment in some people that God was leading to you and leading you to them. So that's it for me. Have a great week, D-Team. I'll see you next week.